Could you let me know in the comments if this is working and if you can hear me, please? This is my first time doing this. I am so nervous. So nervous. Oh, here it comes. And yeah, I'm so nervous. And I didn't know there'd actually be people coming, and you all came to see me. So thank you so much. I'm really honored that you came here on Christmas Day to hang out. That's really nice. I'm trying to watch it on my laptop so I can see how it's working. Like I said, I've never done this before. On my laptop so I can see. Oh, it's come up now. I've never done this before. All right. Can you please let me know? I'm gonna have to turn the sound down on here. All right. Oh, hello everybody. I think it's working. I'm getting comments. Hello, Merry Christmas. I'm so nervous doing this. I really am, but wow, thank you so much for coming here. Like I said, that's really nice. Wow. I actually don't have any plans about what I'm going to say or what I'm going to do. I just did this because I know a lot of people that watch my channel are alone on Christmas Day, and so I wanted to give people an opportunity to hang out with me. So it's so nice. Thank you everybody coming in. Merry Christmas. Wow. So many people. Now, one thing I do want to make a mention of is I'm not sure if I'm going to need a moderator for comments. If I start to get some nasty comments, I will maybe ask somebody to help me out and be a moderator and delete them. Oh my goodness, there's so many people here. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. Oh my goodness. So, hello. Hi, Kylie. Kylie's in my Patreon. Oh, hi, Tim. Thank you. Yeah, this is my first time. Oh, that's nice, Bailey. You're doing a house sit for a cat. Oh my goodness, there's so many people here. Oh my goodness. Wow, thank you so much everyone for coming. I hope you're having a good day. I'm in like down near Albany in Western Australia, and it's really windy, really windy. So I'm hoping it's not too bad. I've had to try and find a spot where I can get good internet and be in the shade, and yeah, that you can still hear me. So, and I've got the phone plugged in to the river too to hopefully keep the power going. So yeah, hopefully you can hear me okay. Yeah. Oh, hello everybody. Oh wow. And the phone is, the camera's shaking, it's because the wind keeps blowing the van. That's how windy it is. Oh, Tim, you're in Adelaide. So where are you all coming in from? I would love to know. I know this is not a very good time for people in North America, but this was just a time that I thought would be less stressful for me. A hailstorm in New South Wales. Oh, that wouldn't be very good. Oh, Malang. I love Malang in South Australia. Love it, love it, love it. Bundaberg in Queensland, Gippsland in Victoria, Brisbane, Whyalla. Oh, I like Whyalla as well. Beautiful waterfront in Whyalla. In Brisbane, Central Coast, New South Wales, Gympie, Queensland. It's stormy in New South Wales. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Oh, Victor Harbour. I do love Victor Harbour. Someone's here from Massachusetts. It must be very early in the morning for you. So thank you for coming. Glenside, South Australia. Haven't been there. Bron, you're in Victoria. I met Bron when she was in Tasmania. She was house sitting and she's finally made it to Victoria. That's excellent. Montreal. Hello. Bonjour. That's about all the French I know. Hey. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Brenna. And welcome. Bienvenue, is that welcome? I'm not very good on French. Lots of Adelaide people here. Oh, wow. So, I don't know what I'm going to say. Do you want to know what we've been up to? This is really weird for me. This is really weird. Sorry, just so bizarre. Wow, San Francisco, California. Oh, wow. I'm in Hobart, house sitting a doggy. Oh, I do miss Tasmania. It's my first summer in 2 years I haven't been to Tasmania, and I do kind of really miss it. It does feel really weird. I am chosen to stay in WA for my family and mostly for my mother. and just to be with my mum. I haven't spent that much time with my family in the last 2 years, so I thought I'd stay here for the summer, but I'm really looking forward to getting back to Tasmania. Definitely looking forward to. I love that place in the summer. It's just the best. Mind you, this south coast in Western Australia it's so nice. It's so cool. It's beautiful. We've been walking that beach walk every morning, and we're just loving it. Abby met a little spaniel or something this morning, and she was just tearing around like crazy. I let her off the lead because when there's another dog there, she'll stay with the other dog, and she went absolutely crazy, and now she's absolutely exhausted. She's sleeping in the front, but I think she wore herself right out. It was so funny, and she's going to be sore tomorrow. She does have a bit of arthritis, so she'll probably be a bit sore tomorrow and limping. Tim, I was going to go to Tassie but could not get a ferry back before June. The 2 times I've been to Tasmania, I book there and back in, I think, usually by September, because it gets busy really quickly. Do I plan on going to the Riverland? Where's the Riverland? I'm in Western Australia. Is that I'm not sure where the Riverland is in Western Australia. Cheryl, can you let me know that? Yeah, actually I had my laptop up to read the comments, but they come up on the screen fair enough on my phone. I can see it, so that's good. What else was I going to say? I don't know. What else? I am heading up to the city. I'm going to stay down south for one more night. What's today? Monday. I'm leaving on Wednesday, and I'm going to the 27th, and I'm going to make my way back up to the city to spend New Year's Eve with, I'll see my mum just before New Year's Eve, spend New Year's Eve with Faye. Everyone knows about Faye, my friend. Faye might be, I don't know if Faye's here yet. She was having lunch with her family. So I'm going back up there for a few days. Oh, Murray River. And I'm going back up there a few days, and then I'll be back down to do a house sit in a nice small country town, which I'm really looking forward to. The Murray River, I came through the Murray River this time when I came back from the eastern side of Australia, and it was so spectacular. And I thought, I always have these ideas about what I can do when Abby passes away. It sounds morbid, but she's going to pass away probably before me. And I just think of all these different options I can do for a living. And I thought I could live on a houseboat. I could live on a houseboat for a while, for 6 months or something. So on the Murray River there's just so many different things you can do. But it was absolutely beautiful there. I did really, really like it. I did see a question go by. Bron, do I have a nice Christmas day? Yeah, look, I don't really celebrate Christmas. I haven't for decades, I would say, probably since I left Canada. It's such a big deal in Canada, but I also found it so commercial. So I really don't celebrate Christmas. It doesn't mean anything to me as a day. I'm not a religious person. There's no young children in my family, and I just don't really celebrate it. Honestly, to me, it's just another wonderful day, and it's a wonderful day where you can usually go places and it's quite quiet because everyone's at home celebrating Christmas. When you're working, it's a paid public holiday, but I just really don't celebrate. Honestly, it sounds so corny, but I honestly try and live each day and celebrate each day. I really, really do. Hey, I don't tend to do that in the rivers anyway, Tim. Thank you. So it's a nice day though. We had a lovely morning. I had a quieter morning this morning. All of my clients are on holidays, so I still have some work to do, but it's not pressing, like urgent, and I'm not getting emails or phone calls or anything. So we had quite a nice relaxing morning, a nice walk along the beach. Hello, Meridian. I'm glad you could be here. And we took a nice quiet walk along the beach, which was really lovely. And like I said, Abby had a play with the spaniel, run around, and had a relaxing cup of coffee, and then came into town to get internet. Where I'm camping, there's no internet. Came to town to get internet, had lunch, moved around to try and find the best spot to do this live. I'm doing the speed test on my phone everywhere I went. Yeah, just to try and find a good spot. And so hopefully that you've got a clear picture here. Like I said, I'm trying to find shade as well, because it's actually really warm today. I think in Perth, it's like maybe 36, 37 degrees Celsius. It's usually always warm on Christmas Day there. So yeah. Do you have any questions you want to ask me? Anything anyone wants to know? I wasn't sure if you'd like to see my latest artworks. Is it hotter in WA than Victoria? Oh, definitely hotter. Definitely hotter in WA. Like I'm on the south coast, so it's been in the low 20s. It's pretty good. Actually, today is a hot day. I think it's going to get like to 25 or 26. But WA is hot. Like if you just go up a little bit, it's really hot. What did I have for lunch today? I have pretty well the same thing every day, where I do my little toasted wrap with cheese. And this time I stuck in some carrot, some lettuce, and some cucumber. And I have like it's a capsicum and cashew sort of dip thing. I put that in there. And I had that. And I had some chicken on the side and a beautiful nectarine. Toasted wrap. And I had a beautiful nectarine. Stone fruit is in season. Oh, it's so good. The nectarines at the moment are so good. And grapes. I'm eating grapes. They're expensive. They're like $10 a kilo, but I love grapes. So Bron says she'd like to see my art. Would you like to see my latest artwork? I'll show you. Well, I've got one. Hang on. I'll show you what I was working on last night. I've got this idea. Hang on. It's all within arm's reach here. So I've got this idea to create, okay, I'm going to share my art. I've got an idea to create like a series. I have these mini canvases, which I've been carrying around since I left Tasmania. I have a bad habit of buying stuff and then I get too scared to use it. So I bought this in left Tasmania. I've got 6 of them, and I think it was like $3 for a pack of 2. So I'm not going to waste it. But I had an idea to do like a theme. So I did this one last night with the flower, and I'm thinking I'm going to do a whole series of flowers. So this is kind of like, I thought the flower and the bud. I might do a kind of what do you call it, nature's I can't think what the word is. It begins with B. But I thought I might do that. So that's the one I did last night. And it took me hours and hours. I was really nervous doing it, but I'm going to have a go. The best thing about acrylics is if you don't like it, botanical, thank you, Kylie, botanical. If you don't like it, you can just paint over it. So yeah, that's the one I did last night. I also have been doing, hang on, let me grab the book. I don't know if, I can show you the finished one from the, nectarines are good, aren't they, Kim? They're so good at the moment. I just love them. This was the one from the Day in My Life video. And so that's the finished, I don't know if it's focusing all right. The lines are getting a good effect, I think. So that one is the one I finished from the Day in My Life video. And with these, I'm experimenting a lot with color combinations, things like that. And then I've done this one. I really like the colors in that. And that one I kept a lot simpler. So yeah, so I did that one. Landscapes. I've got some landscapes. And then that looks, you can now call yourself an artist. I decided to call myself an artist a few months ago and decided to start using the good stuff, because I had bought good stuff and I didn't want to use it. And does anyone else do this? It's like you buy good clothes, you buy good dishes or whatever, and you never use them. And a few months ago, I told the Patreon people, I've promoted myself to artist, and I have decided to call myself an artist. The other thing I've been working on, I'm just going to quickly show you these, is backgrounds. So one of my goals for next year is to write a children's book, or 2 or 3. And so what I was working on, sitting here with, I want to try the golden paints, Cheryl. Yeah, that's when I've used up these ones. I'm using the Reeves at the moment, and golden will be on my next book. $50, yeah, per paper. So what I've been doing is I've been doing these backgrounds, and I don't think it has a way to go. So I've just been experimenting with color for different backgrounds. I'm going to try and write and illustrate a children's book, like I said, or 2 or 3. Apparently you need to have a series of books. So anyway, that's pretty well all I've been working on. Oh, I have got one more on the go here. This one I'm pondering. So this one's on the go at the moment. That's in the pondering spot. If you watch the day in my life video, this is the pondering spot. Yeah, where things go so I can ponder them. Anyway, that is all my art. Have I heard of Zentangle? I have done Zentangle, and I don't know if you saw my art video. I have got, I do kind of very similar to Zentangle. So I have done kind of like this. I've done a lot of this. I have a book just dedicated to this. I really just kind of call it doodling. Yeah, but this is the book that I use for that. So, and I have watched some Zentangle and I get ideas, and that's kind of what I'm kind of incorporating now, like the doodles into the color, into everything. So helps with my anxiety. It's so relaxing, Janet. I agree. I like to do this at night when I'm going to bed, and sometimes though I'm like, I realize I don't have to finish it, because sometimes I just get so tired I can't finish it. I can finish it the next day. It's okay. I've learned that. So yes, I do Zentangle. Oh, that went too fast. There's some good quality paint between. Okay, the flower was done with the Atelier last night, Cheryl. Yeah, I have got some Atelier, and that's my first time kind of really painting with it. And I actually did really love it. I wasn't sure if I liked it because it reactivates with water. So if anyone doesn't know, Atelier is an acrylic paint, but it reactivates with water, like a watercolor. And I did really, really enjoy it. I really enjoyed working with it. So I do have some Atelier as well. But I do still kind of I would like maybe a good quality acrylic paint that doesn't reactivate. So I will definitely be looking at that. I missed some comments. The blend is phenomenal. That I want to create a children's book. Yeah, I've always wanted to write books. I've always read a lot, and as a child I read a lot, and it helped me get through a very difficult childhood. And so I've always felt inspired to try and help other children. And now that I do art, I'm going to try and do it with art as well. What have we got? Robin, just tuned in because I thought it was 5 p.m. WA time. That's okay, Robin. I don't think you missed much. You can also, I think this will replay. You can watch it later on YouTube if you missed anything. Liquitex. I have Liquitex. Hang on. I've got everything piled behind the cushion here. Everyone on Patreon knows all about this, but I have got Liquitex acrylic inks. I've got a lot of art supplies. So I do have the Liquitex acrylic inks, and I also have some Liquitex acrylic. I have a silver and a gold and a white in the basics acrylic paint. So yes, Liquitex is another good one. I think they've got the heavy body, they've got like the light body. I do really like Liquitex as well, and it's easy to get. One of the things I find about getting art supplies, I don't know, in Western Australia, is it can be challenging to find them. So Spotlight and Officeworks are my 2 main sources. And so I can get Liquitex and in both of those. And normally Officeworks is cheaper, but Spotlight has 40% off sales, and then they become cheaper. All right, art supplies are so addictive, but I kind of do it on as a need basis now. I'm like, I need these. But I am trying to buy less. I'm trying to buy less, but I'm like, oh, I really want to try that out. But I'm having fun, and I haven't broke the budget, so that's okay. Okay, Crescent Fox is asking, what are some of the things you're proud of accomplishing this year, and what are some things you want to work on? You have really inspired me to try van life lifestyle. I want to travel. Okay, so things I'm proud of accomplishing this year. would definitely be the art and the writing. They're two things I've always wanted to do, and I've done them. And I was just thinking this morning how different my life is this year to 3 years ago when I moved into the van. It's kind of like I make changes very slowly, and that's okay with me. I don't expect things to change overnight, and usually when I set my mind to something, it does happen eventually. It happens at the right time when it should happen. That's how I feel. It should happen when it should happen. So the art, it happened when I was in the right mental space to do it. Before, when I had anxiety and everything, I couldn't have sat there for that long and quietly drawn or painted. I would have gone insane. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't be alone with my thoughts in my mind, and now I just don't have that many thoughts. So I think the art and the writing, which came from my monthly challenge, and I am going to do a video on all my monthly challenges this year and the results I had. And the writing, again, I've always wanted to write a book, and I never could really work out the format, and so my monthly challenge was just kind of just to write. And then it just started to evolve. I started to write in the third person. I started to ask questions, and it's evolved. And so I'm hoping to really put that together next year. I've actually numbered the pages. I have to go back and read them all and bunch them into groups and things. But those are two biggest things. The art, which I never in my wildest dreams thought that I could do the art, create the art that I create. Never. And this is far beyond my expectations. And the writing, I'm really excited about where it's gone and how I'm planning on releasing a book that shares my experience of discovering self-awareness and the questions I've asked myself as I've gone through this journey. And I'm really excited. I think it, like, if it was me 3 years ago, I would want to read this book. That's what I get excited about. I do everything, all the videos I make, all the writing I do. I imagine I'm talking to myself like 3 or 4 years ago. What did I want to hear? You know, what would I have wanted to know? Especially moving into a van. What did I want to know? Or what do I want to know about this? So yeah, that's how I do things. So that was a good question. Thank you. Let me have a look. Brian has a desire to write and explore art, so I've inspired you to keep. That's fantastic. I really hope I inspire people, because I'm 59 years old now, and if I can do this, you can. And like I said, it takes me a long time to make a change, but you just keep going, persevere with it. You just keep trying different things. Don't be afraid of messing up. Don't be afraid of messing up at all. That's one thing you got to let go of. You're not going to know everything at once. And yeah, just hope to inspire everyone. I've had a lot of comments from the art. People are going to start picking up their paintbrushes. They've got supplies. They've never done it. Just go for it. It's fun. It should be fun. I enjoy it so much. The end result is just a bonus. It's just fun. Meridian, I think it's so important, especially with the kids. They are glued to technology. Show your creativity, love, help activate their information through the storybook. That's what I think my books are going to be, kind of like rediscovering the wonder of the natural world. That's kind of where I'm leaning towards, because that's what I feel I've really discovered, rediscovered, I guess, because as a child, you're amazed at the simplest things. And then as we get older, we lose that. And we start to put labels on things and judge things and have preconceived ideas. So, but now, like, I can just look at a flower and be amazed. And I really look at it and the intricacy, and it just blows me away how nature does this. You know, I love trees so much. Trees and leaves and nature, birds and animals. So I think my books, I'm going to try and help children rediscover or just stay connected to the amazement of the natural world, because especially if you're in a city or something like that, it's easy to lose it. You just don't see that much. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking of doing with my children's books. It's still early days with that. Yeah, very early days. I've actually watched a video yesterday about how to put together a children's book. So this is when I get an idea in my mind, I go onto YouTube and I research it. So I do a lot of that. So I now have made some notes. I always have, that's why I have this whole book bag here, because all these are full of notes about how to do things. I had a whole book on how to do YouTube, but notes on how to do things. I've also made notes for an adult's book. So yeah, notes on how to do things. So I've just watched that. All right, I ramble a lot, but thank you for listening. Did van life help with my anxiety? Okay. Yes, van life helped with my anxiety. The way it helped is that it gave me time and space to work on it. That's what I think happened. So I had started to realize, I started to work on it before I was living in a house, but because I was working full time, you're in the hustle bustle of society, I found it very hard to find those moments of stillness and peace. So when I lived in the van, my first year, I isolated myself a lot and just hung out in the bush on my own a lot, and I loved it. And that was how I was able to get rid of my anxiety. I used Eckhart Tolle's techniques a lot, by accepting the present moment, staying now, don't resist what is, recognizing when my thoughts were taking me down a dark hole, or that's just a thought. You know, I can remember a few years ago, my first summer in Tasmania, and I found this big lump on the side of Abby's face. It's still there. She has this big lump, and of course you Google it, and it was like, it's lymphoma, she's going to die in a couple of months. And I went down this whole dark rabbit hole, I was stressed out, freaking out, my dog's going to die. Anyway, I eventually went to a vet and got it sampled. It really is just a fatty lump. And so I do realize that I had just blown it out of proportion. Instead of, the reality was, she had a lump. That's the facts. She has a lump, and that's it. Just take each step as it comes. So that's the techniques I use to reduce my anxiety. Most of your anxiety is caused from your thoughts. And again, Eckhart Tolle videos helped a lot. His book, A New Earth, helped a lot. He has a lot of relatable stories. But being in the van, I only work part-time now. I was able to just hang out in the bush for days and days and days on end, and that's what helped with my anxiety. So you can probably still do those things and not live in a van. I would recommend get out into nature as much as possible, and pay attention to your thoughts, because your thoughts aren't real. You don't have to believe everything you think. Your thoughts aren't real. So yeah, time in nature, yeah, Kylie, is one of the best things. Tim has a large collection of Atelier acrylic paints. I got them because the paint remains workable for a long time. Yeah, and I was told to get them very early on. I did a little online course with an Australian gentleman from Queensland. I can't remember his name now, and he recommended the Atelier paints, the acrylic paints back then. I stopped the course pretty quickly because it became just promoting to buy his courses, but he did recommend the Atelier paints for Australia, because one of the issues I have is it's hot and dry, and the paints dry before you get them on the paper sometimes, especially with watercolor. I'm doing less watercolor this time of year. But yeah, the Atelier are really good to reactivate when you're in a hot climate. Merry Christmas from Tasmania. Thank you. Do I plan to come back to Tasmania? Oh, definitely. Definitely. I love Tasmania. Love it. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know, my Patreon members know, and I am going to put it on YouTube next week. My dear friend did pass away in August. That's one of the reasons I did go quiet on YouTube. So I did end up making an emergency flight back. I didn't get to see her before she passed away, but I did go to help her daughter pack up her house and everything. So in a way, it's good not going back to Tasmania this year, because it would feel weird to go there and not see her. But I'm definitely planning on coming back. Definitely, probably next summer. That's in the works. But hopefully in a new van. Hopefully this is the last year for this one, and we'll hopefully come back in a new van. I follow Agan Bram from the WA Buddhist Society. I do his Friday night guided meditations, and it's done me the world of good. I also practice the Wim Hof technique. Oh, I love cold water. That's a really good, Wim Hof I think is the cold water person. I love cold water, and I love just cold. So one of the things I've learned in the van is to let go of thinking I'm hot or cold, because I can't do much about it. So it's no point in stressing myself out going, I'm hot, I'm hot, I'm hot, or I'm cold, I'm cold, I'm cold. I more just go on how I'm feeling. And so I find I'll walk around, it'll be cold in the morning when I'm walking Abby, but I just go, and I feel my body has gotten better at like thermoregulating itself. But I love the cold. I love having a nice cold shower. When I was house sitting for my sister a couple of years ago in winter in Canada, I was jumping in her swimming pool. It was freezing. I'd jump in every morning and then just get out. So I do love the cold water therapy or cold therapy. I think it's great. You feel so alive afterwards. So alive. Merry Christmas, Victoria. Cold and wet there. Oh, it's hot and dry here. I think there's rain coming though. I'm leaving here on Wednesday. I think it's supposed to rain down here. So yeah, I'm leaving. Any changes to the van next year? Well, for this van, I'm hoping to put the vent in still. And what else? I think that's it for this van. I'm just gonna put a vent in to get me through the next year. The van I'm looking to upgrade to is just a new Toyota Hiace. I want to get the new one, which is like 2019 or up, and it has the engine in the front, and to step into it, it's just like stepping into a normal car. You don't have to get up. So that's definitely one that's a bit better as you age. It's 30 centimeters wider at the back, which is about 12 inches if you're, there's a few people here from America. It's so 30 centimeters wide at the back. I think it's a bit shorter, and I want to put a pop-top roof on it. I actually went into a van. The pop-top is just, yeah, I want a pop-top because I don't want to lose my height. So that's what I'm looking at. And like I said, probably at the end of 2024. One of the problems I'm going to have is I want to build it out myself again, and I need somewhere to do that. So that's going to be, but it'll all work out as it should. That's what I think. It'll all work out as it should. All right. Talk less and read questions more. Thanks for all your questions. This is good fun. I'm having fun. My advice, stick with Toyota. Oh, definitely gonna stick with Toyota. The Hiace has been brilliant, 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 brilliant. I'm happy they've achieved self-evolution, sharing with you. Oh, thank you, Meridian. Yeah, I'm just trying to inspire others because, like I said, if I can change at my age, anybody can. You can do it. Just takes time. Be patient with yourself. Hate cold water but love it. Anyone who's lack of bladder control should practice his techniques. I'm really lucky that I never had children. So I always joke around with my family. Everything inside of me is where it started. It hasn't been pushed around or stretched out or anything. So I actually have really good bladder control. Unlike my older sister, who'll kill me, she's got to pee like every 30 minutes. When you go out with her, it's just like toilet, 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 toilet. So yeah, but I'm really lucky, no children, good bladder control. Oh, thank you, Meridian, for thinking about it. I don't think I'm amazing. But other people say I'm amazing. I don't think I'm amazing. I'm going to cry. I just think that I feel so amazing that I want other people to feel the same way. I really want other people to feel the same way, and that's why I share so much, because I really, really want, like, I was in such a dark place, and now I'm so much at peace. I want other people to have that. I really want other people to have that, because it's amazing. Like, life is amazing. I never knew how amazing what life was for my first 56 years of life. Honestly, it was terrible for me, terrible. Have you finished the Myth of Normal book yet? I did, I finished it. I've put it under the bed. I will probably pull it out again, maybe in 6 months. I've just started rereading The Power of Now. I started that this morning. I'm going to reread that. I like to reread books because as you go through certain stages, you get different things out of them. But I'm going to reread The Myth of Normal probably in 6 months. I might lend it to my sister, my older sister, to read. I think she'll really like it. She actually is a nurse. Well, she worked as a nurse. I like to call people that you are a nurse. That was your job. It's not who you are. But so I was going to get her to read it, and then I might lend it to her and get it back. But I did really love that book. It was really good. Yeah, definitely a different way of looking at things, but still similar to all the people I follow, where it's like you need to be in the now, you need to be present, you need to say no, you need to take care of yourself, basically. That's what it comes down to. Do I cope with not standing up? Oh yeah, that's not a problem at all. Honestly, not standing up is the least of my problems. I'm only short, so I'm about 5'3". I don't know how many centimeters that is, but I'm only short, so it's not too bad. And I have the van set up so I can reach pretty well everything. I could sit in the middle of my bed and pretty well reach everything. So standing up is not an issue. And I did check out this one HiAce pop. When I stood up, it felt really weird. Everything felt a really long way away. So to me, not standing up is not a deal breaker at all. It's not been the end of the world. One of the reasons I want to get a pop top is so I have the option to stand up, good ventilation on the hot nights and things like that. But then you have an option. But sitting down, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. Oh, Power of Now. Yeah, Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It's really good. And it's written in like a question answer. It's a question answer book. So like, let's have a look. Let's have a look. I've got to find a good question now. I was going to ask, what about positive emotions such as love and joy? So yeah, it's just a question and answer book. I really like it. All right. I think that's all the questions. No more questions. We've been going for 36 minutes. I've got no idea how long we're going to go. The power station's still running. It's on 90%. Laptop's still going. Any other questions anyone has for me? That's all I was going to share, I think. How long is your van? My van is 5 meters. 5 meters. Actually, yeah, 5 meters. It's just a van. What are my non-negotiables for the van? Insulation. Insulation. I had these people I'm house sitting for. They came and checked out the van because when I applied to house sit, I said, if you want to get to know me, just watch the YouTube videos. And they're the ones that have the pop-up HiAce. But they sat in the van, they go, it's so cool in here. It's so cool. It's so cool. And I said, it's the insulation. So the insulation was the best thing I ever did. It is really good. So that would be my non-negotiable. And the bed. Get a good bed. I spent $650 on getting it's a proper sprung mattress. They cut it down to size. Get a good bed. You need a good night's sleep. You need to take care of your body. So that would be your insulation and bed. Probably my non-negotiables, 100%. And art supplies. Somewhere to put your art supplies. But yeah, that would be my two biggest things, I think. Let me have a look. Have I considered a caravan? So I considered a caravan years and years and years ago before I found out about van life. And I always thought that was something I was going to do. I was going to retire. I was going to get a caravan, go around Australia like everyone does. But for me, to have to tow a caravan, that seemed a bit daunting. Now I've towed horse floats and things like that, but that's not like for a year on end and trying to reverse it and park it and everything. So I would never do a caravan, never. I love this HiAce so much. I love it. I love the simplicity. I can sneak into little places other people can't. I've met a lot of people in caravans and they go, you're doing it right, because you can get in anywhere. You can go anywhere. So yeah, I don't think I would do a caravan, but initially I thought that was the only option, but I can't see myself doing it unless I teamed up with somebody. I got a partner or something, because no, I love the size of this van. It's so good. Oh, hang on, I've lost something. I put garage carpet on the floors that are vinyl. So I have vinyl on mine. I don't like carpet. It has fibers that get into your lungs. So I just have vinyl, and it's really easy to clean. Yeah, I don't worry about it because it's solid. It's not floorboards or anything. What's some advice would give someone starting van life? My last Q&A video that just went up on Saturday, I go into that. I recommend watching it. Yeah, because I talk about that a lot. Why did I leave Canada? Oh, what did I insulate with? You're going too fast. let me go back to why do I insulate with foam board and the silver stuff. Again, the last video, yeah, I think I talk about it a bit. Why did I leave Canada? It's cold. It's too cold. It's too cold. And I actually grew up in Australia. Oh, I don't know if I can get back to these comments now. You're going to. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Okay, let me have a look. I put a some advice you'd give. What did you insulate with? Why did you leave Canada? I don't miss Canada, no. I always say beautiful place to visit, but you don't want to live there. I don't miss it. I grew up in Perth. I like the small country town feel. Yeah, the winters in Canada, they're just brutal. They're just brutal. No, I don't miss it. I enjoy your videos. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Randa. Kylie, I was discussing building out a van at lunch today and all my family just poo-pooed everything. Yeah, I never really talked about it with it. I just did it. I never shared with anyone. I just, all I said was I'm moving into a van. They go, oh yeah, okay. Brenna's off another crazy idea. And when I actually did it, my mum goes, she goes, you actually did it. I said, yeah, Mum, I told you I was going to. If you get a pop top, the efficiency of the installation will be a lot worse. Not if it's closed. I don't think when it's closed it will be. Will it? I don't know about that, Tim. Merry Christmas, Pamela. Okay, someone asked me about videos. Did I miss that? Was there a question? Something about would you recommend starting a YouTube channel as part of starting van life? Oh look, I didn't start my YouTube channel until I'd been in the van for a whole year. I wouldn't do it at the same time because moving into a van is hard enough. There is so much to work out. There's a lot to work out and to adapt to. Starting a YouTube channel is a lot. It's also really, it's a lot to work out and a lot to adapt to. I wouldn't recommend doing them at the same time. That's just me, especially if you're on your own. I wouldn't recommend it. And also it depends, what are your motivations for starting a YouTube channel? So I always wanted to inspire and motivate people. So I waited till I was in a thought where I was in a good mental space that I could do that. So what's your reasons for starting a YouTube channel? You know, that would be my question. What are your reasons for starting it? And I think I saw a question there, do I feel pressure to make content? I did, and then I let go of that. No, Tim says the pop tops should fire. No, I think it's a metal pop top. The new one, I think it's a metal pop top. Anyway, do I feel pressured to make content? I did back earlier in this year when there was a big explosion of subscribers. And a lot of them came from my upgrade videos. I felt pressured then to make similar videos because that's what YouTube tells you. If you study, that's what they tell you. But I want my channel to be inspirational and motivational. And so I take a step back. I chat to Faye. I chat to Faye a lot. And then I let it go. And I actually lost quite a few subscribers in the last few months that I think came in from the upgrades video, and they want more of that stuff, whereas to me it's more of a blend, like I said, more motivational, inspirational. Also, when you have a YouTube channel, I have a demographic I'm aiming at, which is middle-aged women. That's the demographic I'm aiming at. There's some men here, which is great. I'm not like I'm going to say you can't be here, but I'm aiming at women 45 and up. That is my aim at. So other people come in, it might not be for you, and that's okay. I learned that's okay. Like I did lose, I say a lot. I lost like 20 subscribers out of 9,000. That's not a lot. But when you see people unsubscribing, you think, oh, am I doing something wrong? But no, this isn't the right place for them. So I no longer feel pressured to make content, and I honestly just make what I feel like at the time and what I'm excited to make. And if I don't want to make videos, as you may have noticed, I just don't. If I'm not in a good mental space, I don't. I have a job. I have a job that pays me money, plenty of money to survive. I don't need YouTube income. So yeah, I don't feel pressured. All right. Have I been to the United States? I have been to the United States. I lived in Toronto for 10 years from 91 to 2001. and I made several trips to Buffalo, New York, Detroit. I've driven from Toronto to Mexico twice, so that's going through a lot of states, and that's an amazing road trip. So yeah, I have definitely been to the States. Yeah, I've been to Hawaii, that's the States. Haven't been to Alaska, but yeah, I have been to the States. But I'm not planning on international travel anymore except for New Zealand for the rest of my life. What program do I use to edit? I use iMovie. I'm not I'm not very good with technology, and I started filming and editing everything on my iPhone. I edited on my iPhone for, I think, just over a year, and it's only in January this year that I got a MacBook because I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't do it anymore. It was so hard to edit on this tiny screen. So I just use iMovie, which is the free software that comes with it. And I got a MacBook because I can just drop the photos from my phone onto my MacBook. So that's why I was worried about doing a live, because I'm not good with technology. I love the videos. I have looked at YouTube. I'm so confused now. YouTube is it's a lot. I kind of studied it for 2 years before I actually did it. I've had a van. Hang on. Camper van roof conversions. Do a rooftop conversion for Toyota vans that you may like. If I had a van that I would need the extra height, I'm nearly 6 foot tall. Amanda, I'm just here for Abby. I think a lot of you are just here for Abby. I tell her that. I know, I'm just here for Abby too. I think that's great because, yeah, she's gorgeous. She really is. And she's a character. She has so much personality. Bron, I think your attitude towards making video is spot on. Other words, your life hasn't really changed from the pressure you felt previously. Yeah, I know a lot of people, YouTube becomes their job, and like I said, I'm trying to be creative. I don't need another job. I've already got a job. It pays me very well. And it's easier for me to make money on my job than it is to make videos. Yeah, so yeah, thanks. And I just want to inspire people. And it doesn't have to be a lot of people. Just a couple is good, because then they inspire others and others. So yeah, that's how it goes. Can't please all. Paula Anderson, you cannot please everybody. And like I said, I'm aiming at a certain demographic, and if it isn't right for you, it's okay. It's okay. That's okay. Go somewhere else. I plan to do one day live in my van. I hope you're doing great. Oh, I hope to do one day live in a van. Oh, Sonia, I hope you do. Like, I knew for me straight away when I saw it online that was for me. I knew straight away. I'd been looking at tiny houses before that, so I kind of knew I wanted to live small. But I think it's something you should at least give it a go, because that's what my philosophy on life. If you haven't noticed, give it a go, because you just never know what will happen. You just really never know. Oh, are metal. I'm 60 next year. I'm looking at, love your video. Okay, so the pop tops are metal in the new Hi-Aces. I've seen one fitted out. There's a company in West Australia called Dove that fit out camper vans, and I have seen there's new Hi-Ace with the pop top, and I did think it was metal. Randa uses iMovie too. It's easy, isn't it, Randa? I like it. iPhone, iMovie, MacBook, it all just goes together. Where is Abby? Abby's in the front seat sleeping. Hang on, I'll show you. Let me see if I can show you. You're on the little tripod here, so hang on. Let's see. Oh, and you're plugged in. Oh, I'm gonna unplug you. I don't know what'll happen. Let me see. There she is. Say hello. Did you see her? All right, I've got the camera facing me, so I make sure I'm in the shot because I'm getting worse with that. All right, hang on. Let's put the tripod back up. Don't fall over. I'm gonna plug you back in. All right, don't want the phone to die. So that's Abby. She's sleeping in the front seat. She wore herself out on the beach this morning. She was tearing around so much. She was puffing. Her chest was going, and I'm like, she's gonna be tired. So she's tired. Okay. Just saying hi before I hit the road. We'll listen as I drive. Oh, thanks, Deb. Hi to you too. Drive carefully this time of year, please. Drive safely. Watch out for crazy people on the road. And we're going to put some of my artwork on the wall, on the ceiling and walls. Rachel, I'm not going to put it up permanently because I do have some pinned up. I'll show you. I've got a mess there. I do keep it pinned up as I'm working on it, or if there's something I like really like, I'll leave it up and I can just change it over. So it's just on the clip. So that's what I'm kind of doing for now. Maybe next year, I have big plans for next year. I might make my own like material and stuff and then have that in the van. That would be cool. And like stickers, and I've got all sorts of ideas. I can't think who it was. Someone gave me an idea for placemats. So yeah, you'll never know about that. Hello, Abby. I'm most interested in doing bookkeeping remotely while traveling as well. Bailey, if you're in Australia, to do what I do, you need to be a registered BAS agent. Or if you want to be like I operate as a sole trader, my own business, you need to be a registered BAS agent, which takes you a couple of years to do. Or you can become an employee for somebody. But I would recommend, if you really want to do bookkeeping, you need to do your Cert 4 in bookkeeping at TAFE. You need that these days. You can't do it without. So that would be my recommendation. Directly on the wood, not pictures on walls and ceiling. Am I going to paint on the wood? Nah. I changed my mind too much. I like different things. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. The wood's getting covered as it is, so yeah, no. How old is Abby? Abby will be 11 years old on February the 5th. So she's getting up there. She's really fit and healthy though. Everyone says that. All the vets can't believe how fit and muscular and everything she is. So they do say you must walk a lot, and I say we do. So yeah, she's in good physical shape. There's nothing wrong with her. But I do know for her breed, you know, probably 14, 15 may be her max for her size. So we will see. Where does all your mail go? Goes to my sister's house. I used to have a post office box, which I had existing for my business. And my mum used to check that. And then I got rid of that. I'm trying to think when I got rid of it, last year, and I just use my sister's house now, and they get my mail as much as possible, comes electronically. And my brother-in-law opens my mail and goes, "You've got mail," and he opens it, takes a picture and sends it to me. I tell him what to do with it. Mostly it just goes in the fire, but yeah, so it goes to my sister's house. This is a good idea, Robin. It's a good idea to have a live video. Oh, thank you. I've wanted to do a live video for so long, but I was so nervous. Technology freaks me out. It really freaks me out. Like when someone said, "Am I going to do digital artwork?" I'm like, oh, technology freaks me out. I'm a pen and paper kind of girl, so. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you. Does it seem weird knowing you have followers and people who care about you that you've never met? Marty, yes, that was really weird until I started meeting people. I've met quite a few people, and I'll be honest with you. So it wasn't until when I was coming back to WA this year, so maybe around in October, and I came across a couple in South Australia that recognized me out. Well, they recognized Abby, not me. They recognized Abby. And he goes, "Oh, you, Brenna," you know, and he goes, "Oh, my wife's going to be so excited to see you." And up until that point, I thought people just want to see the van. I honestly didn't think people were interested in me. I thought they just wanted to see the van. And I'm like, Joyce, they go, no, we just want to talk. They want to talk to me. And I drove away thinking, okay, maybe people actually like me. So it took me a while to work that out, and I have issues with being likable and lovable, you know, from childhood. That goes back, a lot of us do. So once I started meeting people, and I met a few people over in the Eastern States this year. I've met Coralie, I've met Kim, I met Della, I met Susan, I've met Steph. I met people, even, mind you, even just the other day, where were we? In Bustleton. And we were in the parking lot, and this guy comes up to me and he goes, "Oh, are you on YouTube? I watch your videos." And I've just started to realize that people want to talk to me and they like me. So it's really, really nice. And since meeting people when I'm doing this, like, I feel like I'm talking to you now. I really feel like I'm talking to you, and I feel like I've got friends everywhere now. It's so nice. And I also feel like if you like me, oh, that magnet's going to fall off. I don't know, that they're like-minded people. So it was a bit weird at first, but actually meeting people in person, that's really helped. So if you see me and you recognize me, please come and say hello. Please come and say hello. I really do like it. I'm getting better with not being so awkward. But I do, yeah, please come and say hello. I don't mind at all. And Abby always loves the pats. All right, I missed some comments here. I talk a lot. I don't have a problem talking. I've worked in accounts previously for 5 years, but that was 11 plus years ago. But I've been put off by the hours. Yeah, you have to do, this is for bookkeeping, for a BAS agent. You have to do a lot of supervised hours to get your BAS registration. I was really lucky. I did it. I was doing it when they brought the legislation in. So I just kind of qualified as an existing person, if you know what I mean. I did screen printing years ago when I was 14. It was great. Ron, I hadn't thought about actually doing screen printing. I'm going to need a bigger van. I say that all the time to Faye. When I buy new art supplies, I'm like, I'm going to need a bigger van. Sorry, because I can't seem to help myself. Good morning from Flint, Michigan. It's almost 2 a.m. here. Oh, well, Merry Christmas for you. You'll just be getting into Christmas today. And Kathy, thanks for coming on here. Maybe you should be doing, are you waiting for Santa? Is Santa coming? You should probably be doing something else. I'm very glad to stumble upon your YouTube videos. I think your insights into van life are so valuable. Other channels only seem to document where to go or how I built my van. Yeah, like I said before, I try and share videos about what I wanted to know when I was looking at van life, because there's so many things I had to find out on my own, especially in Australia. There aren't many in Australia, and there aren't many women my age in Australia putting videos out. So that's what I try and share, what I would want to know. I'm talking to myself when I do those videos, definitely. Dawn in New Zealand. Hi, Dawn. Merry Christmas. I will get to New Zealand one day. I will definitely get there. Kyle, I was freaking out. Can she hear me, see me? Do I need to change my grubby shirt? Oh, dear. Hey, I put a clean shirt on today. Kathy, I have watched you for quite a while, and now it's been delightful to watch you grow and blossom. Oh, thank you. I'm hoping to do an interview with Faye because, like I said, Faye's known me for 4 years, and I met Faye right when I sold my house and moved into the rental. And I met her at the dog park with the dogs, and we're so close now. And she said she's seen such a change in me, such a change. And I know there's been a change, but she's really seen it. So I was going to interview with Faye, and so she can share what she's seen through me. Robin, Brenna, you and Gallery 22, the only YouTubers are inspirational. All anyone seems to care about is the way they look. It's very scary. If you watch any of my videos, you know I'm not vain. I don't wear makeup. I stopped coloring my hair, which is really nice. Half the time my clothes don't match, but I don't care. I just really don't care. Yeah, I really don't care. It drives some people insane. My mom's like, maybe you could go buy something nice. And she's like, do you even own long pants? I said, Mum, I'm happy in my shorts and my shirts. So yeah, but that's nice. Thank you. Thank you, Robin. Oh, I see. There's an arrow. Yes, we like you. I came for the van tour and stayed because your content is interesting. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Janet. Meredith, wonder if it's okay to top up your EcoFlow Deltas 2's charge, or is it better to run the power right down? Oh, Meredith, I don't worry about that. I just charge it when I can. I don't worry about the statistics. I really don't. Like the Delta 2, technically, it should last 10 years. You know what? In reality, technology is going to improve a lot between now and then. I'll get a new one. I think that's reality. How many people have had a phone for 10 years? Tell me. There's probably a few people. Mind you, I've had this phone for almost 3 years. That's the longest I've ever had an iPhone for. But yeah, I don't stress about the power station. I'm like, if I've got a chance to top it up, I'm going to top it up because I just never know when I need power. That's one thing I do. Whenever I can top it up, I do. I need a Merc Sprinter for all the craft and art items. Yeah, hey? If I could afford to buy the Mercedes Sprinter, I couldn't afford to buy art supplies, I don't think. Happy Christmas from Nicola, thank you. Authentic, that is what you are, I love it. Oh, thank you. I don't know any other way to be. It's kind of like, it's kind of like my, it's like kind of like, almost like a detrimental to me, is that I am so honest and so truthful and so open. I just don't know any other way to be. I've always been like that. I've just never known any other way to be. Your videos are great. They really help with my anxiety. Nice to see natural landscapes in Australia with relaxing music. You and Abby exploring the country. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I love exploring, in case you haven't noticed. And we do so much bushwalking and everything. We do just love it. Kylie, my iPhone 8 Plus is just starting to be difficult to update. So I think the one I'm on at the moment is the iPhone 12. So I'm on an iPhone 12 Pro because of the cameras. So yeah, and I am hoping to get a new one, but now I need a new vent. There was something, I need a new microphone. The microphone's going to be about $400. I'm hoping there's going to be a sale or something coming up, but the one I want is $400. So I have a fancy figure. So yeah, so there's other expenses coming up, and this one still works quite well. So yeah. I just see Tim put charge battery wherever you can. It's like keeping your petrol tank full. I agree, Tim. Just charge it whenever you can. How old is my van? It's a 2003, so it's 20 years old. Yeah, and I'm up to almost 350,000 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles. I'm sorry. 350,000 kilometers, and yeah, I just don't want to take this one across the Nullarbor again. I just wouldn't feel right taking it across the Nullarbor again. I feel like it's been done. I was going to live in Stan for 6 months, and that turned into 18 months, and that's been 3 years. Now it's going to be like 4 years. But I think I will definitely upgrade 2024. I'm definitely looking at, getting a newer one. So I'll probably be the same as this one inside. But just, sorry, grab the phone. But just to have a newer model van, I feel more secure mechanically, I think. Mechanically. Your van is older than you. I don't think so. The van's 20 years old. I'm 59. Hey? 59 I was in December. Hey? Oh dear. You're so nice. I might have to wrap this up. It's been over an hour, and I have to go. What time is it? It's almost 3 o'clock here in Perth, and Abby will be looking for her dinner very soon. This has been really fun. I'm going to do more of these, and thank you to everybody that came on here and chatted, and I met you all. Thank you for everyone that got up in the middle of the night to come on, or you just happened to see it. Yeah, Merry Christmas, and I really want to cry. I'm so touched by all of you. I can't say thank you enough for everyone that's been on this channel this year and that's helped me and supported me and been there. I do really love you all, and as much as possible I will meet you all. I'll be starting doing meetups in January. I've got that planned. So thank you so much, everybody. And Bron, hopefully you're going to get to WA this year and I'll be able to catch up with you. Everybody, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you're in North America, enjoy the day. Your day's just starting, and hopefully not too much snow. Romeo, you can rewatch this, so it will go up on the channel and you can rewatch it all. So yeah, and I will definitely do another one because you've made this a very good experience. So thank you, everybody. Thank you from me and from Abby, and we'll see y'all soon. And I have no idea how to stop the live. I only know how to start it. I have no idea how to stop it. All right, there's a little X here. I'm going to try the X. I'm sorry. I got no idea. All right, goodbye, everybody. Let's see if this goes. Let's see what happens. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes. All right, bye.